Namaste everyone. In today's video, I'll be sharing you my daily routine to manifestation, law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, all that fun stuff. My name is Priya and I'm very passionate about spreading positivity and empowering everyone to live their life to their fullest potential. We are all divine beings and we have the capability to create our life the way we want it to be. We have the powers, so let's use it. So I wanted to talk about my daily routine, specifically related to spirituality, law of attraction, manifestations. But I didn't call it morning routine as most people have their morning routines. But I personally have some night routines that I do as well. And sometimes what I don't have time to do in the morning, I would still do it at night because it's still beneficial. So therefore I said, okay, you know what, let's call it the daily routine. So what do? I'm naturally a morning person. So I get up actually even before the sun rises because I like to watch the sunrise. Just watching the sunrise is such a beautiful moment for me. I cherish that like every day in the morning. Unless it's not sunny that day, then I miss the sun. But what I basically do is when I get up, it's usually dark outside. I sit on my bed and first thing I do is a little bit of invocation to the Supreme Being, to God, and to the masters, the gurus, all the spiritual beings. Even if I don't see them, it doesn't mean they don't exist, right? So I like to pay my respect in the morning to every single beings out there. So I close my eyes and do my invocations. And once I do that, I also reflect on all the things that I want to get rid of, like anger, frustration, hate, like, anything we're still human, right? We still have them. We're still working on them. So it's nice to kind of put that intention to be like, I want to get rid of this, and ask for the divine help. They're there, why not use them, right? So I ask for their divine help to get rid of that, and then I imagine a positive situation where I'm more confident, I'm more loving and kind and generous, and all the positive fun stuff. So I do that, and then if I see the sun, then I also do the salutations to the sun. And then I go on doing my routine of showering and all that. When I come back, I do my regular prayers that my parents taught me. I've been doing it all my life, so that's not something I'm skipping on, so I still do it. And then after I do that, I incorporate all the learnings I got from all the masters. From pranic healing, I have some pranic healing practices I do in the morning. So all these things I do. Number one thing I want to mention is that I like to work on my breath. So that's something I work on a daily basis. Usually I'm doing fire breathing. I think I mentioned to you in a different video about fire breathing. Basically, your tummy's like this, and when you're exhaling, you push your tummy in very quickly. So it's like, this activates the energy center, and I actually feel very centered when I do this. And if you do a meditation right after that, it's easy to get into the meditation as well. And if you don't have the time to do the meditation, as sometimes I don't have the time, then I just do the breathing and then I go on doing my routine. But if I do have the time, then I definitely continue with my other breathing practices and also meditation following it. So one other thing I do before my breathing techniques as well, I do sun salutations, like the yoga poses. The initial sun salutations I meant just like bowing down to the sun. But now what I do is I also do like the yoga practices of sun salutations. So you can Google them if you don't know what they are. They're on Google or YouTube as well. If you want to know a specific one that I do, I can definitely put a link to it. Just message me. But so I do at least one set of sun salutations. It's advised to do more, so you can do 12 if you have the time to. Sometimes I have done it and I feel super powerful, but sometimes I really don't have the time to do the 12. So even if I just take the time to do one of them, which is like the right side and the left side, I actually feel super balanced. Just doing one set makes me feel balanced. So just imagine the benefits, right? So you should definitely test that out if you haven't done so yet. So after the sun salutations, I do the yoga if I have time as well. So I sometimes follow Master Sri Akarshana's yoga for manifestation, and basically what that is, you work from the bottom upwards. So you start off with rotating your ankle, and then working on your legs. Then you activate your energy center, and then you work on your neck. Like basically you move up, right, your eyes and everything. So doing these exercises actually removes your blockages. So when you remove your blockage, then you're able to receive more. So it helps with manifestation. That's why Master Sri Akarshana calls yoga for manifestation. So I really enjoy doing it. And even if you don't call it a name, you can just call it stretching and doing a little bit of light yoga. And it's beneficial physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. So I would definitely suggest, if you don't do yoga on a regular basis, at least do some light yoga for like 10 to 15 minutes if you can. If you can do longer, then that's even more beneficial for you, right? So the second breathing technique that I wanted to mention is Khand breathing technique, Khand breathing technique. I'll actually type it below as well. So that one helps with the lung capacity. It increases your lung capacity. And so I just recently learned that, so I haven't got into the routine of doing it every day, but I definitely want to get there. So basically what that is, you divide your breathing techniques. So you're inhaling, but instead of inhaling all at once, you inhale halfway, and then you take more. And then you exhale halfway, and then you exhale more. So you're fully emptying. So you do that for like 5 minutes. So it's like, that. So if you do that for 5 minutes, already you feel more balanced, and you can actually feel the strength in your lungs. It definitely increases your lung capacity. So those are the practices I do in the morning. And then, so that's yoga. I do some meditations as well. Some of them are guided. Sometimes I do non-guided ones that I have learned from the masters. And then I continue doing my work. And then if I don't have the time to do any of these in the morning, that what I mentioned, I don't beat myself up for it, because you don't want to stress yourself out that you need to get these things done before you move on. You want to be able to flow with the energy, flow with the day as well, right? So you need to be a little bit flexible there. But most of the days I get these things done. So I get up early naturally, and I get these things done and start my day. So throughout the day, because I told you I'm a morning person, by the time night comes, I'm super drained. Like I'm super drained. And I think it's like everyone's energy in my aura, or like me using up my energy, whatever it is, I'm like super tired. But that's the time it's really good to calm your mind down and actually do something to recharge yourself. So I do more abdominal breathing, and I want to emphasize on abdominal breathing because it's a natural thing for people to breathe abdominally, right? You would think so, but there are so many people who don't know how to breathe properly, including myself. Like I'm working on it still. So most of the time, if you look at a baby, they don't, there's no effort. Like their tummy goes up and down, like it's so natural, no effort, like it's effortless, right? But when you grow up, you have your challenges, the stresses that you go through, you forget how to breathe, because that's the first thing you're holding on to. So for me, abdominal breathing is difficult for me. If somebody says, okay, do abdominal breathing, I can't just get in right away. It's just the way I am, because I'm still learning. So for me, I thought, if anybody else is like me, then what I do that helps me is visualization. The minute I imagine, then it's easier for me to do. Then rather than, it shouldn't be that hard. Like, I don't think babies are imagining their bellies going up and down. But for people who are having difficulties, visualizations definitely help. So what I do is basically imagine like a balloon. When you blow up a balloon, it expands, right? So imagine my tummy like a balloon that way. And as soon as I imagine, I'm able to breathe from my abdominal instead of here, because otherwise I'm breathing from here. Just saying that made me release a little bit. Thank you. So that helps me a little bit. So that's something I do at night before I go to bed, if I want to calm myself down, especially if you had a rough day and you're frustrated at something or someone or whatever it is. We all go through this, right? So it's actually nice to you calm yourself down. One more thing I actually like to do is affirmations. So I used to do them in the morning and they still work. So if you like to begin your day doing affirmations, go for it. And you can do both in the morning and at night. I mean, it benefits you, right? But for me, naturally in the morning, I'm like so positive and lively and like I like what I'm doing, right? But at night, I'm just like, oh my God, like, let me just go to bed. But you don't want to go to bed that way. So for me, I like to do affirmations at night, and this is not something that I came up with. Actually, Drew, I don't know if you're watching this, Drew, he's my coach. So thank you so much for suggesting me to do this at night. I actually find it so beneficial to do it at night because I'm so drained. I can't think of anything I want to be grateful for at that time. So then I sit down, calm myself down, and then because I need to do these affirmations, then I'm like thinking, okay, what am I grateful for? And then my mindset shifts, right? Your mindset just shifts as soon as you think what you're grateful for. That's the best thing about affirmations. So then once I start listing the affirmations, I'm like, the day wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Or like, at least I have these grateful things I'm grateful for, right? So it's actually a great way to do them at night too. I mean, do them both in the morning and at night if that works for you. But if you're a morning person like me who already have great energy in the morning, but at night you want to ground yourself and calm yourself down before going to bed, you want to go to bed with positive energy, then do your affirmations at night. It's really helpful. So if I actually have time, I do more meditations. I love my meditations, and I try to do the smaller meditations, not like do long ones. At night before I go to bed. But it's a nice way to go to bed with a positive energy. So that's it for my routine practices. If you do any of these techniques, please comment below. I would like to know. If you do different practices, also let me know, because then I would like to try them out as well. It's all energy, and we want to learn from each other, right? Energy is always flowing, so let it flow between us. So that's it for now. If you like anything out of this video, if you got anything out of this video, please click the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification button, as I'm very determined to making weekly videos for you, because I want to make you live your life to the best. We are all divine beings, and we have the capability to do that, and we're worthy. So let's do this together. Namaste.